there's a lot of fans. Majority of the fans are uncomfortable, to be honest with you. You know, I actually read, if I can find it, I read a really good breakdown about Sherrone Moore. I want to see if I can find it.
I know all about being uncomfortable.
Here, check this.
Coming from Nebraska, I'm like, yes, I get that. I
So
mean,
check this.
luckily you guys haven't fallen that far.
Yeah, I want to give credit here to an individual by the name of Jordan Strack. He goes, my biggest concern with Michigan right now is Sherrone just doesn't have a good feel for the game. So many clock issues, roster management issues. They feel unprepared. They're consistently letting bad teams have life every week. After 10 games, they've regressed. I agree.
Yep.
And that is the sign of a coach who doesn't know what he's doing. But we don't got to hang on that.
Or is
That's just
letting, you know what? It sounds like he's letting the little things go. Everything needs to be buttoned up. Everything. And you need to capitalize on what you're great at. What are we great at? We're great at running, and we're down to our third running back. It's like, okay, we still need a scheme for that.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me give a shout here to Blue Wolverine. Hello, all. Hello, Blue Wolverine. 15 months, and Doreen is 16 months. Jeez.
Oh, my.
That's a long time. Thank you. We got Jeff here with the super chat. We have a lot of talent. Can the coaches bring it together for the last 2 games? I'm worried they can't this year, but do we have a chance at 8-2? I think he means 10-2. Yeah, we do have a chance at 10-2. And to be honest with you, we can beat Maryland. Like, we really can.
Mm-hmm.
And Ohio State, we'll see. Like the better team is clearly Ohio State, but it's at home, and that's how this rivalry works.
You got to take it one game at a time.
Yeah, Elijah says, go on.
By the time the game gets here, who knows who will be healthy. I want to say Ohio State is just, they are healthy. Even I don't think they've lost anyone.
Carnell Tate's looking like he's gonna be out.
Okay.
And I've heard Jeremiah Smith might be battling something.
Oh,
I think they lost an offensive lineman too for the entire. I don't know. I gotta dig a little deeper. I'm not entirely. Garrison will tell me. Doreen will tell me. But to be honest, I'll be very honest right here.
mm-hmm.
I've stopped watching Ohio State like probably 4 weeks ago because it doesn't fucking matter. Like all that matters right now is Michigan just has to win. And then the week of the game, I will dive into that team more. But I've had to separate from it because 1, they look like the best team in college football. They just do. And 2, it does me no good to watch that team when my team is struggling the way it's struggling. And at the end of the day, whoever wants it more is going to win. Period.
That's exactly the reason why I don't really watch it. I'll watch it occasionally because, I know Doreen is there or whatever, but it's because they're that good that it's like, okay, in comparison with what I'm usually watching, I don't want to look at that right now.
Yeah.
But I also know that they haven't really been challenged as much.
No, they haven't.
Michigan has been challenged.
I just wish we were healthy. Like, I wish we had Justice Haynes and Jordan Marshall, and but we'll see.
But that's why
I wish Cole Sullivan was good. Like, I'd like to go at him with our full arsenal and just see how it goes. I mean, look, I still think OSU is the better team, but again, that doesn't matter. And they know that.
If there's not a whole lot of footage on the young guys on the team, like, our Jordan Young, that guy that I mentioned that broke up the pass at the end, and our Jordan Marshall running back, number 3. I mean, it's hard to scheme against them. So it could be beneficial.
Yeah. Let me hit on this. So Sherrone will get one. Sherrone is 100% getting another year. Yeah. So like he's gonna get another year. So this offseason is gonna be critical. How aggressive is Michigan? So the word is, and I've said this the last few shows, but the word is Michigan's going to be aggressive in the portal. That's the buzz. That's why they're kind of closing the recruiting cycle not as fireworky as last year. The portal, apparently they're going to attack. We'll see. We've heard it before. I'm not guaranteeing anything. I'm just telling you the word. And Michigan better be aggressive with coaching hires, better be aggressive with portal additions. And next year, there's no more excuses. It's year 3, tougher schedule. Sink or swim. It's just what it's going to be. And we'll watch everything closely, and if we feel Michigan has done a good job in the offseason, we are going to acknowledge that. If we feel that it was there's more to be desired, we will acknowledge that. I mean, I'm not running from it. We'll however it goes, we're gonna observe it all just like everybody else, and we'll call it like we see it.
Yeah, I saw that Michigan is not agreeing to the $2.4 billion investment coming from
Ooh, good. I know.
University of California.
Let's hit on that. Yeah. Let's hit on that.
I mean, they better be flexing their financial muscle then in the trans if they're saying they don't need the money like everybody else
That's so
does.
funny, Minnie. I'm glad you brought this up. We should have talked about this because for those who don't know, let's hit on this. So let's update everybody who doesn't know. So for those who don't know, there is the equity deal that the Big Ten was trying to pursue, which expanded the grant of rights deal to 2046. It gave every team like what? I don't even know. Do you know the exact number, Minnie? But it gave like every team like a ton of money. I mean, a ton of money.
A ton of money, but some teams got a bigger slice.
Yeah, some were a tier 1, tier 2, like USC was a tier 2, etc. Long story short, UC Investments released a statement expressing that 18 institutions is the best path for the Big Ten. So this deal is now paused and, quote, the unity of the 18 Big Ten university members is key to success of the Big Ten enterprises. Well, guess what? Michigan and USC said no. And because Michigan and USC said no, none of the other Big Ten teams, and the reason why this is interesting, especially having you here, Minnie, for those that don't know, not only Minnie is a Michigan fan, but Minnie is a Nebraska fan. So she's a fan of another team within the conference. So let me ask you this, because this is actually really interesting. As a Nebraska fan, did you want this investment for your program?
The only reason why I would want this investment is for the Big Ten to be great. If it would have that, like the conference, if it had that output, I'd be all for it. And what that would mean is basically everything would look the same across the board. Anytime you travel to, one stadium versus another, they would have the same drinks. They would have, everything would work the same. And same advertisers to a certain extent. If it doesn't go through, is it the worst thing? No, that just means that there needs to be a better deal worked out for the conference. I just thought it was interesting, not just that Michigan held out, but USC especially because they have to pay money to the University of California just to be able to play. Did you know that?
Yeah. That was part of their agreement because the way the board of the College of California or whatever, they have like this crazy board system where every school's like tied together. There's something weird with that. So the reason USC did not do the deal is because they're a tier 2 in this deal, so they don't get the same amount of money as the other schools. Now, do you know why Michigan decided not to do it?
Because they don't need to.
That's right. We don't need to. We don't need the money for facilities or players. We're good. We're good. We're fine. So
That's
Michigan,
why I say flex your muscle then in the transfer portal and with getting coaches. If that's truly why they're not signing the deal.
I will, I will say this. Hopefully this is a sign of things to come, but Michigan just got hit with a big $30 million fine, right? Like $35 million.
Yeah.
That's already been paid for.
Well, yeah, of course.
By one donor. So but my point is, so hopefully we see this spending continue. We're going to find out. So yeah, that's right. So to J.R. Morris. So Minnie, the other thing, like coming from a Michigan perspective or one of the larger schools, Michigan also feels, why should Michigan help out the rest of the Big Ten when it doesn't help Michigan? Like, why are we helping the Rutgers, the Marylands,
Northwestern?
Yeah. Like, why are we helping these smaller schools?
I've been saying this. Yep. I've been saying it forever. Just the fact that, you have to play these smaller schools brings eyeballs to their program. Yeah. What are they bringing to the conference?
All right. So this is an interesting conversation. Okay. So let me ask you this. Are you of the opinion that the Big Ten should get into a position where they start removing schools from the Big Ten?
Yeah, I've thought that forever.
Really? Okay. There's belief. Joel Klatt thinks that's coming.
Well,
Joel Klatt thinks it's going to get to a point where some of these conferences start, instead of expansion, they start, what's the word he used? Yeah, no. But he said, like, instead of expanding the conferences, you're going to see these conferences, but he used a word. I can't remember what it was. It wasn't regress. It was, I don't know, but essentially you're going to start
more
seeing
elite.
Well, no, but it's like booting. You're going to see them boot the smaller schools out because they're not offering it. They're just
riding on the coattails of everybody else.
exactly. They're not bringing anything to the table. Yeah, I agree, Elijah. We all know. I think we all agree. Michigan State should probably be demoted to the MAC.
Well, I just always
Well, maybe it
wondered
was contraction. It was
why
contraction.
Northwestern. Oh, contraction.
So I don't know. It was one of the. I don't know, boys. We as it was. No, not promotion, relegation. Although I do wish college football had that. That'd be a good fucking time.
That would
Yeah,
be
I see.
interesting. You have to work through that idea.
Yeah.
No, I always wondered why Northwestern. I mean, the conference isn't tougher on them just because
Well,
they were
academics,
yeah.
and
I mean,
they've been around for so long.
it's so frustrating though.
Once upon a time, Minnie, academics mattered in this conference.
I mean, if we're going to get into it, I think I've thought this for a long time. Football needs to be separated from the university as a business, completely separate.
What do you mean?
Not just athletics, football
You think
as a
the football
business.
team should be separated from even the athletic department?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're running it like that. Like all these schools are running it. Like I mean, you see the cuts. Like these schools are cutting these Olympic sports.
But they're not running it like that in the conference.
What do you mean? Like some schools? What do you mean?
So if a conference had the ability to say, okay, this is just for football, right? Then say the Big Ten, like UCLA, for instance, they didn't want to get into the Big Ten necessarily. They don't have a very good football team, but they have other good teams that have rivalries against, Big 12 teams. So why in the world do they not stay in the Big 12, their other athletics, and let the Big 10, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you mean why? Yeah, you're saying have their football team in the Big Ten, but have their other sports in other conferences, like Notre Dame does, for example.
Yeah.
Notre Dame has their hockey team in the Big Ten, but all their other sports play in the ACC. Their football team is independent. You talking about something like that?
That's very interesting. But it works well for them, and they make the most money.
Yeah, it does. I know. I want Michigan to go independent. I think Michigan should go independent, to be honest with you. That's where I'm at right now, at least. But yeah, I agree. Notre Dame should not be able to do that. I don't disagree with you, but everyone lets them.
If Notre Dame can do it, then other teams should do it.
Yeah, there's not a lot of teams who could do it though. There really isn't. There's probably 10, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Because Notre Dame, their deal with NBC is really good. I think Michigan could do it. I feel confident Michigan get a deal with ESPN. ESPN would love to have Michigan. And I mean, Ohio State could do it. I mean, there's some teams. Alabama could probably do it. Georgia could probably do it. I mean, there's some schools that could. LSU could probably do it. There's probably 10 or so that could pull it off.
So what you're naming right now is more of a super conference.
Well, that's going to happen. We're going to get there. I mean, there's going to be a merging of conferences. I think, I don't know if we've had this conversation, Minnie, but I'm of the belief you're going to see one of two options. You're going to see either a 40-team super conference, which will be your 40 biggest brands across all the conferences, or you're going to see a 65-team super league. And I'm hoping with that you get the relegation and promotion. That'd be so fun. I would love to have two. My ideal scenario is you have a 65-team league, and then you have a 65-team league under, which is your group of fives.
Mm-hmm.
And then every year, 5 teams are promoted and 5 teams are relegated.
This is what I actually laid out. I had this conversation for probably 3 hours with Mark Rogers, and I laid this idea out for him, and he's like, it will never happen.
No, it probably won't happen but I would love it to. It probably won't happen.
Well, obviously, if we thought about it, other people have too, right?
The problem is schools are not going to want to sign off on that because they don't want to be relegated.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one thing I'm going to give Europe and their soccer leagues, the promotion relegation thing from fucking the fact that a soccer team, and I have looked at this, and I do know the leagues, but it is a climb, but you can literally get to the Premier League, and you could be the smallest organization. It's absolutely interesting. It's cool. I actually like that. That's the one thing that I'm going to give. I would actually follow soccer, aka football, more if they didn't flop all the fucking time. But I actually think it's a fun sport. But the flopping I can't do it. Anyways,
Well, the Europeans say football.
Yeah, it's football. Yeah, yeah, I actually like it. I actually think the World Cup's fun. I like Olympic soccer. I like World Cup soccer.
Mhm,
Girls play more aggressive than the boys do, and it's
they
pathetic to
do.
me. I
That's
know.
why there's so many girls playing soccer here, I think, in the US.
Yeah, yeah, very good. You're right. I agree. Okay, so I guess that's where we are, Minnie. So what's your thoughts? Do you think there's a 40-team conference before we get out of here? Like, what's your thoughts on this? Do you think it's going to go? What do you think is
Yeah,
going to potentially
I
happen?
would love that. I would absolutely love that. The people that run their football programs the best should be in that, whatever however many teams you
Yeah,
decide.
the
And then
problem
the
is,
people that don't need
yeah,
to
well,
need
yeah,
to just not be
I agree.
like, there's no reason that other teams that are great should bring eyeballs to their program. That's just it shouldn't happen.
Mm. Yeah, we're probably going to see it. I've heard and read, and I have heard that the thought is when the TV right deals are up in like 2028 or some shit, you might see it then. You might see like a real aggressive Super League push. I don't know. We'll see. To be
2028.
determined.
That would be
To be
interesting.
determined. We'll see. Yeah, don't worry. We're going to see the playoff expanded to 14 and then 20 teams before that even happens. So although I will say I heard another idea that was proposed that I thought was actually pretty cool is like, and I wish they would do this. You have one 12-team playoff, and then you have another 12-team playoff. More of it is a losers bracket, sort of kind of not a losers
Okay.
bracket, but like you have your top 12, and then you have 13, through 25, in another bracket. That would be fun. I actually kind of want them to do that, but we'll see.
To try
All
it
right,
out,
Minnie.
to
Yeah.
try out the idea. That's a good way of, like, dipping your toe in the pond, so to speak, and not going all the way.
Well,
So,
it's a way to appease the networks. It's a way to have competitive football. It's a way to involve more schools. It's a way to
more
not
games.
muddy or saturate the playoff.
Yep.
Um, yeah, the NIT format. That's right. That's right.
I don't know. I'll have to write that down.
Well, Michigander, just so you know, Michigan was actually in the projection. It wasn't just group of five schools. It wasn't just group of five schools. Um, yeah, MSU should be in the MAC. We all agree they're a bottom feeder program. All right, boys, that is the end of the show. Minnie, any final thoughts for our
Yeah.
audience?
Beat Maryland by a lot.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know what team's going to show up, to be honest with you. So we'll find out.
We can't okay, here's my last thought. We can't walk in just thinking they're gonna hand us the win.
I don't think they are. I think Michigan knows. I mean, I think they know. They know this. They know. I mean, Sherrone knows. The team. There's no way the team doesn't know. They're aware. They know. But we'll see, man. I mean, you can know about it, but what are you gonna do about it, right? That's just kind of what it is. So, that's where they're. My final thought, Minnie, is just win. Period. End of discussion. There's nothing more to even talk about. But that's our show today. We will be back again. Michigander, listen closely. Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. We will be back next week for the Michigan Monday podcast. You guys can check me and John Diadamo Tuesday, 8 p.m. for the Michigan Wolverines live. And then Thursday with myself and Johnny Olden, as long as TJ isn't sick. I'll be there. And then, of course, post game. Although post game is going to be interesting this week because John's going to be at the Maryland game. So I don't really know how we're going to do it, but we will do it. I know, hey, Michigander, I hear you, brother. I just got off work at 6:45, dog. All good, all good, all good. But that's our show today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. We appreciate you guys. And as you guys know, it is always, Minnie, what is it always?
Go blue and
No, go blue. That's it. There's nothing else. Nope.
oh,
Nope.
are you sure? Not beat Ohio State. We
Well,
don't need
yeah,
to say that.
and hey, Minnie, can we get a fuck
I
Ohio?
I'm not gonna say that.
Why
Next
not?
week. Next
Why not?
week. Because the gloves will be off next week and
All right.
Doreen won't be offended.
She'll be okay. She's a big girl. Doreen's a big girl. She's all right. She knows the deal. All right. Well, we're out of here. I know. Hey, that's where I thought she was going. That's where I thought she was going. But all right, for sure. Go blue. Fuck Ohio. We will see you guys next week. Adios.
Bye guys.